Yo, people, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Saeed TV. We are back live with another live stream. We have got some developments. You know, normally, I told you lot, man, I'm not going live if there's no developments. I'm not here to do this, fake news and all that bullshit. But we have got credible updates. And that is Manchester United have made an improved offer, 65 million, 5 million add-ons, so a 70 million package. Funny thing is, I was in Asda, man, so that's why I didn't really rush back. I was on my way to Asda, just getting some shopping. You know what I was there. Then all I see is my phone just popping off. I was like, yo. And then I'm just there talking to the Asda worker thinking, yo, life is good. You know what I mean? What are you saying? Etc. Etc. And then boom, all of a sudden, we hear that Man United have made an improved offer. You know what I'm saying? And exclusive came from David Ornstein. He said, Man United have made an improved bid to sign Bryan Mbeumo from Brentford. New offer for 26-year-old forward worth 65 million fixed. So that is upfront guaranteed payments. Whether we stagger the payments or not, 65 million is fixed and 5 million add-ons. Man United awaiting Brentford response as they work to close a deal for Cameroon international and top target. Listen, people, I said it all along. Man United have to pay what Brentford believe that it's worth. Brentford have always made it clear they want similar to Cunha money. We've known they want it similar to Cunha money. It's just, for me, kind of almost like 7 weeks nearly you've taken for you lot to pay this man. This A better get accepted, and B, like, bro, like, it's not masterclass from Ineos. So all of you lot that were twerking for Ineos, you know what I mean? Well, here you are. Right,
twerk some more.
Yeah. I know you lot are gonna twerk, man. You know what I'm saying?
Some more.
Me, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like, this should get over the line, but it's like, bro, you've known that this was going to be the price in June. You knew this is going to be the price in May. What has taken you this long, bro? If anything, you probably played a little bit more than you probably wanted. And it's like, you know what I mean, bro? You've probably played a little bit more than you wanted. So it's like, it's just, for me, it's just like, I just look at this whole deal, yeah? I'm tired of it, but it's like, yo, what have you been wasting for 6-7 weeks? I'm sorry, whether you like it or not, or whether you think Man United should have been negotiating well because we've been shafted in the past. This year, you paid what they wanted, if not a little bit more.
I don't care, anyways. I don't care. I don't give a shit because we can't do anything until these other bums get out of the club, anyways. So it's good that it's this week. I'm not gonna lie, I was drained. It was draining me. I can't believe I had a mini rant. And I said, bro, if this one don't get over the line, I'm out. Like, I'm going to be the most negative bastard ever. But now it's been revived. It's been revived. But the issue is like, it's true, innit? It's the timing of it. It's like,
the timing, bro.
All you negative fuckers, you can stay over there. But the ones that want to be reasonable, we can have a chat.
No, it's not about being negative, though. I don't think it's about being negative. Because a lot of people knew that
week one. No, people were doing this from week one. Week one.
Say what?
Yeah.
Say what?
Oh, no, like why we finished 6th, 15th? Why are we not doing it even quicker? Why are we waiting even after 2 weeks? Like, bro, like, look, there's urgency. But for me, it's, bro, you got to big up Newcastle, bro.
Bro, man said big up Newcastle. Basically, Newcastle have the process. Are you trying to thank Newcastle now? Bro, are you trying to thank Newcastle?
Think of it like this, yeah? Thanks to Newcastle, Chelsea got to move on with João Pedro. Thanks to Newcastle, Liverpool got to move on with their striker target. Thanks to Newcastle, yeah, they got, like, obviously Alanga, blah, blah, blah. Like, bro, you got to think of it logically. Newcastle move for someone else is signing that player. More time than less. So thank you, Newcastle, man. Love the Geordies, man. Love the club, man. Big up you.
They're helping everyone but themselves.
No, but you know what?
I mean,
rage is justified for this part because see, when the first few weeks, it's like, just be patient, bro. Like, allow it. Let's judge it at the end. Let's judge these lot. Even now, I don't care that this one's done at the moment. I do care. Let me lie.
Let's not say it's done.
Yeah, it's not done. But the Brentford guy pretty much said it's going to get accepted. But let's see at the end of the window what happens and how quick stuff can be done as well. Blah 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 blah. But between the 4th and the 6.5 week, I think everything becomes more justified, isn't it? Because
yeah, I agree.
Because you could have saved, if you're gonna do up Jim Ratcliffe penny pinching, right? And this is the part where I'm like, I'm not blind, I'm not dumb. You could have saved a good 5 million on this, probably. If you put the extra 5 to 60, then plus 5 in more achievable add-ons, you could have had this deal. But now you've done 65 million guaranteed. I do wonder if it allows them to amortize it further, because I remember reading before they did. Do you remember the whole thing about this? So no. Bro, do you not understand how it works? Imagine doing it in 3 years, but now you can do it in 5 years. Do you know how big the difference that makes?
Yeah, but I hear
anything for you to but I don't guess it is. We have to be accountants.
For you as a fan, I get it,
yeah, of course.
But this is going on for years, though. I hear this,
I know.
It's going on like this is something new.
I'm not. Chelsea. You just want anything you can to batter Ineos with, which I understand. That's your section. Yeah, that's your section. You can stay over there. Because they wanted it. They wanted it like in Mbeumo. One sec. Yeah, they wanted it in 3 payments. Yeah. Now they're talking about 5 payments different because we're broke. We have to be accountants.
I mean, do you know the payment structure right now, though? Do you know it?
Right. Well, apparently, from what I'm reading up now on that standard sport.
No, but is it official though? Is it official?
No, we're gonna have to wait for the drop.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
But if the beef again, if it's to the point where they still want it paid over the case of 3 years, then it's like, brother, this is one of the biggest L's since Frankie de Jong. That's what I'm gonna say. It's an L, even though you got it. It's still a massive L because this whole trying to penny pinch. Let's just get back to the original point. Yeah. The penny pinching stuff is dead. In this market, you can't do that. When you're seeing players half as good going for similar prices, what do you mean you're gridlocked? Or that's the new word, gridlocked and stuff. It's a howler. It's a howler. And then you got to think about this. Now this is my fear, and I think this is everyone else's fear. Not Nico Jackson. That's one fear. But the other part is we know you want Watkins. And it's good that there's another option this time in Jackson and whoever else, other targets, as they say. But with Aston Villa, how much they're going to want is and are you going to take another 6 weeks before we go into our first game against Arsenal? Are you going to take that long to get him over the line? Because they're going to ask for a big money for him. Of course they are. They're going to want Jackson in return. Chelsea want about 60 million as well.
On Jackson, man.
Yeah, I know, but I feel like he's going to go Aston Villa if Watkins comes one way. But they're going to want a similar price. How much time are you going to take to get that one? And you know what? No one's actually spoken about in the last week, roughly. Does anyone know that Richard Rios is going over to Roma right now?
Bro.
So that's one less centre mid that might see what we need.
That's my
they're meant to. That's always been my Italian team personally, but we don't win nothing. It is what it is, isn't it? But where's the centre mid? Because I'm here no. This is my only last little. It's not negative, but positive. It can be used as both. Now we're hearing stuff about Sekou Kone. And it's like, oh, that's amazing. And what, another young kid that we're going to rely on that might get injured and might not do well and might need some time to adapt. We need him in and around the squad, but he can't be a starter. Do you get what I'm saying? So what's this soft launch of Sekou Kone? Are you looking at him as, that's our brand new signing, basically?
Listen, even though I think he's not ready yet, though. He's not ready to play.
Exactly.
My point. He's not ready yet. He needs to go out alone. He needs to fill up a little bit as well.
And who's going out the door? Another question. Look, we're talking about Mbeumo and what he do for United.
The Havertz.
Oh, bro, do you know people are photoshopping that? Can I get one thing straight as well? Yeah. Have you not seen the latest one on Instagram? The photoshopped one. You can bulk as much as you want. You can be a little bit stronger, but guess what? If you're naturally weak, you're gonna still be weak. Yeah, it's all about your genetics. But if you get trim, which is, you do get lighter and you do get faster, and anyone can for anybody, right? But it doesn't mean you're gonna get rapid or anything like that. So you can move around and maybe stay on the pitch for a little bit longer, less heavy. So really and truly, this whole kind of it's getting bulked up kind of stuff, or let alone trimming, it's not going to do that much. Are you good at football or not?
No, 100%. Just going back to the Mbeumo, like I said, for me, I don't think United got fleeced, by the way. There's a lot. I'm trying to put it out there to the people, because I know a lot of people on Twitter are saying that United got fleeced. I will strongly contest that Man United have got fleeced. 65 million for Mbeumo in this market right now, I think is fair value. I really, really think it's fair value. Could we have gotten for 60 million? Fair play. Maybe we could have. I'm not going to lie to you. We could have probably got 60 million, but United have allowed it to drag. The reason why, and this is the problem, if United, you know when you said about like, oh, you know what I mean, etc., why we could have done it in week 4 or something. That's why you could get a bit more angrier. Had United done this when we made the bid in the 2nd of June, yeah, had we done this quickly during that week, yeah, Elanga wasn't around. You know what I mean? Who else wasn't around? Pedro, Gittins, all of these guys here were not bought. They weren't bought. The market wasn't effed at that point. Madueke, there was no noise about Madueke. Let's be honest. So had United got it in June, United would have got 60 million.
You know what it is?
Maybe.
You know what it is as well, though?
Right now, you've allowed the money to go up slightly.
Kudus as well. Forgot about that as well.
So you've allowed that to happen. Had Man United just paid the price that was going to probably pay anyway, 60 to 65 million, in the region of there, United would have probably got him. But 65 million, I think is fair for a guy who's been good for Brentford while he's been there. He's never really had a poor season. He's been effective for Brentford. Yeah, he's come off a 20-goal season. He's better than Kudus. He's better than Elanga. He's better than Gittins. He's better than every single signing that you lot have bought. So I'm cool. We've got 2 of the best players in the league, in Cunha and Mbeumo. Is it enough? No. But I'd rather get the right players than the wrong players. I said it and I tweeted it. Man United have got the right players in. And that's where I will say we've gone for quality over quantity. But what I'm pissed off about is that it's taken us 5, 6, 7 weeks when we could have been focusing on other signings.
But you know what? But who said that we're not? But who said we're not, though?
Valuable than money, bro.
Yeah, but who said we're not? The thing is, it's
who
been
said we're
super
not?
quiet.
Okay,
Yeah. No. But I'm saying the same way. If you want to play both sides, which I'm trying to do, you could say we could be working on other signings. We don't know. We truly don't, because no one even knew this whole Mbeumo saga. It's been the same update every single day for the last 2.5 weeks. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying it isn't. I'm not saying you're wrong, by the way, but I'm not saying I'm right. Yeah. I'm saying I don't think actually anyone really knows. The only way we're focused so much right now on the time rather than the actual player probably coming. We are going from Garnacho to Mount. But in the same breath, that's why I say wait to the end, because I feel like, I'm going to say the first game, not even in the end. It's the first game, yeah, of Arsenal. What have we got through the door? And if there is a point where it says, okay, we didn't get, let's say we didn't get Watkins. Yeah, because that's clearly number one, because we didn't want to pay the extra 5-10 million because we're broke. Then you can start moaning about this. Because I said this, yeah, straight away, and I don't think it's going to be true. In the next 2 weeks, by the time July ends, does United have another signing through the door, yes or no? Because then you can say, you know what? That's the way I'm looking at it. That's the way I'm looking at it. In the next 2 weeks, if you got another player through the door in the next 2.5 weeks, let's just say that, yeah, before they will come back to England and all that stuff, then I think you can justify the outrage of the time. Because if it is done, then you're like, well, this is what it is, isn't it?
But then life is all about showing me and proving me what you've done, not what you can do.
True,
you know
true,
yeah. Bro, if I'm getting done for something, I need evidence to prove that I haven't done it. It's not what you know, it's how you can prove it. That's how the court of law works, bro. And this is when you're saying I'll be the test of judgment or whatever it is by the end of it. Well, hold on a minute. You're only delaying your outrage. I'm letting you know that the club has not shown that they're able to do something in the time. They've taken 6 to 7 weeks with one signing. Does that give me confidence that they're going to get 3? Because for me, they have to get 3 or 4 after Mbeumo, a goalkeeper, a midfielder, and a striker. If they can get 3 of them, yeah, then we can sort something out, bro. But right now, 4 weeks, 4 signings. That's 1 signing a week. You think Man United can get 1 signing a week?
I don't think no one even anticipated us to get 4 signings. I don't even know if we can get that at this point. But boy,
you see what I'm gonna say, though, bro?
Of course I do. Of course I am. But I'm bored. I'm bored of focusing on the negative points of it all now, man. It's happening now. It's too slow. We understand, but it's happening now. We are going from Garnacho and Anthony. We are going from Garnacho and Anthony to
Kaz, And Mbeumo has always been happening.
I know, bro. We've been on the phone. We said this last week. I know it's happening. How about this year?
It's happening.
How about this year? How about this year? What did I say to you? What did I say to you over the phone the other day? I said I already know it's happening. I've already been kind of the little. It was always going to happen. But the thing is, I didn't expect this. I didn't expect this.
You know what they say? They say, yeah, it's happening at what cost? I think that's what Man United are on right now.
That's the one. That's that. Hey, brother, why are you saying titles already, man? That's a whole debate show. That's a debate show.
I'm saying though that the Mbeumo deal is happening at what cost though?
But we'll see. We'll see. That's what I'm saying. That you have to be patient, man. And I know it's something brand new. I just say, look, I don't want to jump the gun too early, and I nearly did earlier, by the way. So I'm not going to be a hypocrite. And I don't want to act like a giddy merchant, but I don't want to be in a situation for myself. This is just on a personal level. Yeah, we already know that Ineos are not exactly filled with loads of money to do what United does. I know it, but the same way, most Chelsea fans right now, and I know it's a different situation because they had a lot more to play with, right? The way they hated Blueco and that, and then now they're literally licking their bumholes. The thing is, I just want to give it a chance.
But hold on a minute. The thing
I just want to give it a chance. Do you know what I mean?
It's with Blueco
they can spend. I know
there was a feeling that it was a lot of scattergun approach. There wasn't really a kind of plan behind it, but really and truly, they had an intention to recruit. They had an intention to let go of players. They had an intention to at least formulate a plan. Yes, it may have looked like it spiraled out of control, but United haven't really formulated their own plan as to what they're trying to do, and that's
what do you mean their own plan? This has always been the plan.
Say, for example, now they've went and got the best talent in Europe, basically. Chelsea. They would have got the best talent in football.
Of course.
They're now recruiting for the best talent in football. They're looking at getting the best talents where they can for their football team. Reunited, at the minute right now, you can't really say what their plan is. Could you tell me their plan of what they're trying to do?
Quite easily. Getting better footballers for the club. Getting better attackers for the club, like even just off the table. I don't want to talk about off, like as in, outside. But if I'm talking about on the pitch, the difference is they had a policy of getting a certain player at a certain time or a certain youngster, and they will keep refreshing. And luckily for them, they could use Strasbourg straight away, pretty much, if I'm correct. Or did they even have to wait a year? We have to wait a year before we can even loan players to Nice. Let alone take anyone.
They don't really have.
They play a lot easier. They'd have no debt. They could go and get who they wanted. They shifted their whole squad, bro. I know this, I know that, But the thing is, considering where United have been and how much debt we're in and all this stuff, I'm willing just to give it at that small chance to see how they do in these windows and see what happens on the pitch. Because then everyone can see for themselves. All I want, is for the Stan fan base to be united like it was 3 years ago under Ten Hag in his first season. But it was 3 years ago, bro. Come on, we was at Old Trafford every week. We was online every week. We were doing multiple shows. But now we say that because it's easier to see. But at one point, we were all happy and we were giddy merchants. We were loving it. I was recording videos for you. But do you know what I mean? But that's where I want to be. But I'd rather have a whole judgment within all of us, because I might look at it different to you and the guys in the comments. And I'm not saying I'm right and you're wrong. I don't care holding my hands up. But congrats on the 170, 30K away. I'm eyeing that, man. But I just want it to be united for once. Do you know what I mean?
I hear you, but the problem was, though, the reason why it was a facade, why we were all united against the
we're doing well.
Not because it was part of Super League. So the Super League had finished, and then we got in Ronaldo and Varane. We all went back to giddy merchants and buying, football club, whatever. That's what happened, bro.
But everyone was united on the pitch because we like him, because we were sold the idea that we're going to play different afterwards. 2, we're getting into cup finals. We should have done a bit better in Europa League. And blah, blah, blah. But then it all went to shit when we lost 7-0. Everyone hated the Glazers. There was multiple protests as well. It was still happening. Everyone was on board. But it's like now... No,
I agree. I agree on that one.
It's such a split, because I feel like where me and Rance are going to give Ineos...
What's your intention?
So really and truly, my whole thing is, I don't think we got an issue bringing in players. It will always... I really don't. Yeah? The other issue is getting rid of them. Getting rid of all this crap. Yeah, and that's the struggle, and it's always been our struggle. I'll let Ineos have this summer, or potentially even next summer, and then we'll see what happens on the pitch. Let's see if they get it right with Amrim or not. and then move forward. And if not, if they can't do that, then every United that fans that preferred Ineos or gave them a chance will be like, no, bun that, forget it. We're gonna all come together again, like it was against every what would we call him, Ten Lardin or something like that. Same thing. Same thing.
I agree.
But I just don't want. I don't want us to jump the gun way too soon just because we didn't get Qatar, bro. We was on this very stream last year or so, and we was running up the copyright free tunes and stuff. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know what Matisse is saying here. What's he saying, Matisse?
I don't know.
Keep telling you, bro, we're calm, bro. We're calm. You know what I mean? Now listen to me, yeah. We've got money for Mbeumo, and that's about it. Musa wants the link. 1 second. Let me just send Musa the link.
Oh, here we go.
I will, you know what I mean? So for me, it's like, it's one of them where I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I think for me, we've got money.
Are you happy with us signing though?
Bro, it's gone beyond happiness. They took the joy out.
With us signing? Yeah, but are you happy with us signing?
Listen to me. I'm beyond the excitement's gone. This is what happens, bro, with signings. Obviously, I'm happy in the sense that we're getting Mbeumo.
You're deflated.
Hey? I won't be happy when he puts a ball in the back of the net. Right now, at this current stage right now, yeah, they've took the happiness away from me, bro. When you take 7 weeks to sign a player, bro, the happiness is gone.
Yeah, I know. Relief is probably a better word. Relief is a better word, but in my mind,
relief. I'm more relieved, man.
But in my mind, it's happened now. It's done. It's not like we're waiting no more. Stop. It's done. Let's be real. It's done. Yeah. Let's not act stupid. It's done. They're getting more than what they flipping bag for or whatever guarantees they wanted. They got more. Yeah. It's done. We're going from Garnacho and Anthony and whoever else you want to put on that side or Mason Mount to damn Cunha and then Mbeumo, and we're still trying to get another attacker in the door. Yeah. But if that happens, bro, we'll see what happens in the next 4 weeks. We'll see what happens in the next 4 weeks. We need a centre mid though. A centre mid is more crucial than a striker for me. I don't give a shit.
Let me bring in Musa. Before I do, guys, the likes are just terrible, man. Like, I get it, we're doing a show, yeah, but these likes are absolutely
what we're saying. How about this? I don't know, Musa, you're on your phone. What you gotta do is do this. Turn off your camera until they get a certain like target. That's what I'd say. They're not going nowhere.
Oh man, let me just read this super chat before we move on. Zami Aston said, "Mbeumo is not worth 70 million as usual. You overpay, unlike Arsenal." I mean, did you not pay for Madueke? Zami Aston, have you forgot about Madueke? You know what I mean?
Manduki, bro.
Yeah, Maduki levels above Mbeumo. You're smoking.
Budge. By the way, long time.
Nick Man says, "Big up, lads. We need this done by tomorrow. Announce and sell some players and get rid of all 5, and maybe bring at least 2 more in. Next target." Bilal says, "Saeed, well, we're finished. We've been negotiating for 7 weeks, only to give Brentford what they want, while our biggest rivals are giving ultimatum to Newcastle. Could be very peak season." And Zayn says here, "Rice to be Mendinho will cook your midfield on opening day. Eze, Saka, Gyökeres will all bang. Hold that, man."
Yeah, what did Zubimendi do against Casemiro last time?
Exactly. You know, he didn't do shit, man.
I imagine him, that slow bastard, man, trying to catch up with Cunha. Allow it.
Yeah, man. Musa, the third bid has gone in. Give me your thoughts, and yeah, man, how you feeling, bro?
Boy, remember when I shared, like, for me, I told you, Sai, there's nothing that can be done for Man United for me to even start to have any chat for anyone that's sitting in the top 6 positions. I got no chat for them, and the reality is that the situation that we're in. Remember, we said this on the Mandem show, is that it's easy to forget that Man United had the offer that we had for the whole sell of the club. But in reality, we know the Glazers, they don't want to sell the club, etc., etc. But Manchester United doesn't need any broke billionaires trying to get us back into the top 4 or to win the league. The reality is that when you take on a project like Man United, no matter who you are, you have to spend money. That's just part and parcel of it. You buy a Ferrari, you got to start putting in big boy petrol. There's none of this scraping around. Your fuel's going to cost money. And I feel like that's what it is with United. And I feel like we've been here before. Like, example, we're letting go of 4 attackers and we're bringing in 2. You know what I'm saying? So we want these 2. And this is what I don't like. And I feel sorry for the likes of Cunha and Mbeumo, because for me, I say it again, is that these type of players come in a team sport where you need 11 men to win a game and to be consistent, and all the pressure's on you. And when you don't deliver here or there, it starts coming out. He's not the player we thought he was. The brother's walking around too much. He needs to pass the ball. He's not passing. He's trying to do it on his own. Like, we hear all that type of stuff. And
so we shouldn't sign no one then. We shouldn't sign no one.
No, I'm just saying
we shouldn't sign no one.
No, we shouldn't slide down the pole.
Sign no one.
No, we shouldn't be pole dancers for Ineos. That's what it is. We should just be objective and just say, look, players coming in is great, but there's not one or two that Man United need a minimum of 6 signings for us to be on anything. If we get anything less than 6 signings, there's nothing to be happy about because we've been here, done that. My thing is that how many times do Man United have to go out, buy 3 or 4 players, not actually make a big enough impact in what we're trying to do for us to be back here again and start moaning? How many times do we have to do that?
So basically, we can't get excited or we can't actually have some sort of hope because Musa says, what's the point? Because anytime someone comes in, that
I
they're
don't
going to
say
start
that.
showing around, we're going to get onto them.
Say that.
No, they ain't nothing. All they said is that they got a plan, and then and I'm sticking to that plan. So whether you want to pole dance for Ineos or not,
what is that plan? What is that plan you're sticking to? This is what it is. You know,
it's patient.
You're sitting in a whip.
One second.
You're sitting in a whip. You're sitting in a whip.
Let you land.
Because you said you got a plan. But
yeah,
what I'm saying
I didn't say I got a plan.
We're sitting in a whip.
I didn't say. Oh, sorry, your things. Oh, you know what is? He's catching up.
Yeah. And what's this? So, but it's true though. What's the plan? What's the plan? Kaz, explain the plan.
No. I'm only gonna go off what Barada says, and even for me, it's frustrating because of the time. I'm always gonna say that side. Sorry, Musa, by the way. I don't want to be rude in it or anything like that. I'm going to just be patient to see how this plan develops in the end, and then I will judge it personally, innit? Because I want to give things time. Like you give people time and patience. Let's see if you can put the money where your mouth is, and let's see what happens, innit? At the end, we're not at the end. We're halfway through. I'm not saying that they've done anything correct, bro. I'm pissed off with them. The fact that it's taking this long and you're paying more. Facts. But let's see if that means you can bring in an extra attacker or not. Because you said we're bringing in 2 attackers for Musa, right? But we're letting go 4. When the plan was to bring in 3 attackers. The issue with United is we got to start somewhere at least, man. We can't just have this negative approach saying, oh, you know what, we get one in and we can't be bothered. The difference is, for Man United all this time is we go by like 1 midfielder, maybe a fullback, maybe a goalkeeper, and never really solve the overriding issue. The overriding issue for Man United for the last 5-6 years since Ibrahimovic, Mason Greenwoods and all that stuff, and Rashford when he was younger, Martial, is that we can't score goals. And that's a fact. We can't score goals. Now they're trying to address the biggest issue, which is goals. So by getting in 3 attackers, not 2 will get done, and they're going to look for the 3rd, and they'll probably get him over the line one way or another. Whether we agree with him or not, there's not a lot of greatness on the market. So let's wait and see if they can develop.
You've got better quality as well, which I agree with.
So that's why I'm being patient to judge it rather than say, you know what, fuck it. You know what? Sorry for swearing because it's your platform. Forget it, and then wait for the next guy, and so we can go and turn on him. Oh, you're on mute, by the way, Musa.
Yeah. Facts. I'm with you. You know what it is here? This is the thing that you look at it, right? I think the problem is with United right now is that when we get something, right, you have to wait a long time to get it.
That's the,
And you know what I'm saying to you, bro? United can never be efficient in the market, bro. Never. This is, and also, you got to remember, this is a signing. This is a summer window that United needed to be very, very quick in. You feel what I'm trying to say to you, bro?
Yeah, I hear it. The urgency from
United needs to be very, very meticulous in what they're doing. Go and get the midfield you wanted. This wasn't a summer where you can basically sit around and wait to haggle around 5-6 million. It wasn't. This was not the summer where you lot can say, be patient. It's not. When you
I hear that. That's fair.
Yeah, that's saying to you. That's where my issues was. You've kept the manager that I don't agree with, that should have been sacked. Cool. Where now are you doing for a system, by the way, that requires a lot of quality? This ain't no 4-3-3 where you can, adjust a few things here and there, and certain man can maybe perform better in this system than the other system. Cool. This, by the way, here is a system that needs quality, that needs a lot of players coming in and be straight away starting. 5 starters minimum were required in this team. And that's why I said United need to be quick, ruthless, and basically be on job. And that's where a lot of people have their right to be like, you know what? This ain't good enough. This is
You're
not
on mute,
proactive,
still, You're still on mute.
you know? Yeah, the sound ain't working.
Yeah, you're sounding there.
You know, people, as much as people, I'm not going to shut down Kaz's opinion. Kaz has every right to think, you know what, let's wait until the end because it can happen. Man United could get a few signings in the door by then. It could be panic. It could be signings that will never really fit what we're trying to do. It could be things that maybe the Amarin doesn't like. But all in all, I like to be proactive. I like to know that we've got our team before the preseason has started.
Imagine this though. Imagine this now, Saeed. You know what? You wanted to say something, so I'll respond after.
Yeah. You're ready. You're ready, Musa? I think he's still
is his volume down now?
yeah. But you get what I'm trying to say, bro. Like that's where we're at right now, bro. And I think for me, it's like people want to hear positive for the sake of positive. I hear it, bro, because sometimes
I hear it.
when you hear so much negative, it's not really a bad environment. It's not a good environment.
It's not. There's no balance
also,
in it. Yeah.
You have to have a sense of realism, people. If you don't want realism about Man United, you're at the wrong football club. Sorry.
Yeah, but realism and negativity, you can differentiate that quite well.
You can differentiate that.
The realism is that we got two of our most expensive signings done now halfway through the window. Like, I know it took the difference of time it did, but now you're looking at your central midfielders. You're going to be probably a less because I haven't really seen a midfielder that's been, unless you're Baleba, that's cost more. And then even Watkins ain't going to cost as much as Mbeumo. So on that notice, I know we're going to say sells, but it shouldn't take that long considering Watkins don't even want to be at Aston Villa or whoever else we got.
Why are we looking at Watkins though? Why are we looking at Watkins?
There's nothing else. I wanted others, but it's what it is.
My thing is this though. Do you know what it is, guys? We can only, if we judge Ineos only on what they've said, like we take our opinions out of it. We're in a January transfer window. Amrin's first window's come in. Amrin's asked for a few players. He hasn't got it. He's got Dorgu. Ineos have come out. They've released statements. You know, we're waiting for the summer. We've got our plans. We're going to initiate. We're going to go forward. A part of that plan is to get Delap in. Delap doesn't come to United. But they're saying that if we get Delap, we don't even look at Mbeumo. All of a sudden, Delap doesn't come. We start looking at Mbeumo. The Mbeumo issue drags on how it drags on. Newcastle, who are not playing games, all of a sudden start looking at a Brentford player. And we all know that if Newcastle get the green light on that Brentford player, which I believe 100% United got told, listen, Newcastle are coming in and we'll get a here we go. And within the next 48 hours when it comes, because they're not going to play games like we're playing games, all of a sudden we find the money that we said we weren't prepared to pay. Because without a shadow of a doubt, Newcastle would have went in and got my man and they would have got the deal done. And then here you are, Brentford no longer need to sell Mbeumo. So what happens is United step up. The issue is Mbeumo quality. Mbeumo's quality. The issue is Cunha quality. It's quality. But remember, guys, we've been getting quality players since Alex Ferguson left. It's not about United have never got quality players. We've been getting quality players. We've just spoke about structure, how things are done, the direction we're moving in, how we get, and also just having people in United say what they're going to do and deliver to what they're going to do. I just feel like there's nothing that Ineos has said to us that should make us feel comfortable. We should be looking at it for what it is. You see the level that the level of communication and work ethic that they came out to put out the Man United Stadium and all the work that they did with flipping local authority and government to give us that model and to give us that plan. If they only put that into the flipping transfer window, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Them man there went all out when it came to about regenerating, flipping Old Trafford, getting money and all that stuff. And we're sitting here, guys, waiting for other teams to make moves. And not even that. Look at the level of player that we're looking at. And that's what something Rant said. The level of player Man United has been linked to has humbled us. We have been totally humbled.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been humbled, man. For me, I wouldn't even dare look at a Douglas Luiz, a player like that, bro. I wouldn't. But you know what, man? We've been humbled. We have been.
I'm humbled.
That other teams now are not far away from us as what we used to think we were. The Brightons, the recruitment team or other teams here have gone up a level. They have.
I saw a comment.
We've got my United badge. We've got the United badge.
Yeah, but that what you just said was weak.
Hey,
what you just said, you wasn't here when he said it. You said about us getting quality players, but every time, even under Woodward and stuff, we go get a quality player and then we go get someone in another position that we don't need. Yeah, like we'll get one attacker, Di Maria or something like that, and then we go get a washed up Falcao. What's the point? And then also when it comes to, and then you go and get someone like Schneiderlin or something like. We don't need that kind of player at all at that point. We need to regenerate the whole midfield right now. When you talk about the plan, because you refreshed and stuff, yeah. As you can see, they're trying to change the whole attack, not go get one attacker, then go get one midfielder, then go get one goalkeeper or something. They're trying to change the whole attack. Because our biggest issue is goals. A bit like Liverpool.
They've just let 4 go, though. They have to think about it, Cass. They've just let 4 attackers go. We're talking about Rashford, Anthony, Sancho, Garnacho. So how can you not at least bring in 2? Because
I know that, but we're not looking at 2. We're looking at 3. They always said we're going to get the striker after.
But look at the level. My thing is, look at the level. My thing is this. Then cool. When we bought in Jadon Sancho, his numbers were up there, like we said the other day with Messi and Ronaldo. He was a world beater within European football in his goals and assists and how he was playing. The level of player that we bought in, forget where he is now. When we went and bought him in, Cunha or Mbeumo were not on what Sancho was doing in terms of his reputation around world football. So what we're saying is when we go and get in these players, we've got them in at the highest. We've never, like a lot of the time, we've got some of these players in. They've been at the highest of their game. They've come to United and things have gone left. When we're looking at Mbeumo and we're looking at Cunha and we're saying we're getting 2 10s to play behind the forward, this is again for Amrin's system. We can easily sack Amrin within flipping halfway through the season, and then we're going to start talking about we've got too many wingers or we got too many this.
That's an observation. The issue with Sancho is we brought in someone that we thought that was better off the right, just for him to get benched anyways. That was better off the left. And guess what? We got him Ronaldo. We got him Ronaldo. Why did we do that? That's not on Ineos. So I'm not going to talk about anything before that. Let's put the Sancho in the bag. The guy's washed. He's not that good anymore.
Ineos had the last window, you know.
He needs to, yeah, and I'd like our window, and I still do.
And they kept Ten Hag in that window, you know. They kept Ten Hag in that window.
Yeah, that was.
They had that window.
By the way, there was. I'm not excusing that whatsoever. That's the biggest. That's like Graham Potter coming to. That's a howler. It's the same thing. Yeah. That was nasty. That really. But what I'm trying to say, forget Sancho. Sancho's got to prove himself why he's still a good footballer. Yeah. That's
no, forget Sancho. I'm not saying that. Anyways, I'm just saying Sancho was more world-renowned when we bought him in than the 2 that we're bringing in now. And he still went left.
The difference is, and I know it's. I think
these got to be fair though. These got suit us more than Sancho though.
Yeah,
these
got.
Listen, Saeed, what I'm saying to you guys is this: I rate these 2, and I think you lot rate them more than me. But I think I'm going to have more mercy on them if they don't really live up to the numbers in their first season. I think there's a lot of the fan base here that's not going to have mercy on these 2 players if they don't come out and both go past 10 goals in the Prem. If Mbeumo for some reason doesn't score 10 and Cunha, a lot of the fan base are not going to accept that. I'm ready to accept it.
Yeah, but you're just being pessimistic, and I want to be optimistic. Doesn't mean you're right, I'm wrong. I'm just
but if they do though, Cass, would you be cool on that?
Bro. Then I'm looking at the management. Now I'm looking at it as a management thing. Do you get it? Because now it's like you're not getting the best out of these 3, by the way, who are 25, 26 years of age, who have been doing it in the Premier League for the last 2 to 3 seasons. Sancho, if you want to compare it to that, was 20 years old or 19 or something like that, right? He's come from a Bundesliga, which is a whole different kettle of fish. Bad boy stuff, but we never. If you're going to get Sancho, what we should have really done, a proper team would have built around Sancho and his qualities. We still had Rashford, Martial, and all that kind of stuff. So it was unbalanced. We're trying to provide a balance. One sec. You know what? One thing we haven't had that should suit us a lot more. We got players who are not only just hard workers, off the ball. Cunha says, by the way, they say Cunha's lazy. Go look at how he presses. You'll be surprised. Yeah, he does need to up his game that part. But one, we're addressing the athletic situation. Yeah, people that can carry the ball and actually damn shoot for once. So it's all about providing the balance. Whether it's Watkins or whoever up front, we've had so much of an unbalance up front for so long since Ibrahimovic.
We're still unbalanced now, though, guys.
Yeah, no, because the middle of the park's unbalanced.
And that's what I'm saying. We got a manager who bypasses the middle of the park. Listen, man, I'm happy with these 2 signings, but there's no one that's going to convince me that Mbeumo is more important than Baleba. No one's going to convince me of that. And I'm not just saying that.
The problem is,
Saeed, Saeed, you know why you won't convince me, yeah? You know what it is? No, they're important. You know what it is, Saeed, but I'm just saying, if we don't get, I'm happy for Mbeumo. I don't want no one to get me wrong. But if we don't get Mbeumo and we get Baleba, we still are able to have a level of an approach to what we're trying to do that we cannot do without. You see this midfield of Bruno and Casemiro, it is a mad thing. It is totally mad, man.
That's why.
I'm telling you.
That's why United. That's why I was saying. The reason why United spent so long on Mbeumo has now almost kind of, for me personally, stopped our chance of maybe getting a midfielder that we could have probably wanted. There would have been Rios, would have been more available. United would have had
6 weeks.
Eh?
We still got 6 weeks.
No, Rios ain't coming to United.
No, but I'm not saying Rios. He's not the only one. That's why you wait and see what they come. Most of us acting like we're going to only bring on 2 players, bro. Do you know what I'm saying?
Listen, my thing is this. But okay, cool. But you know why I'm talking like this? Because of the length that it's taken us and why I think we've acted today. Yeah. If we just go on the basis of what I've seen so far, when are we getting our next player? 6 weeks.
That's before you joined, that's what we was basically talking about with me and Saeed. It's like the length is like how long. But the thing is, for me now, you've just done one of the hardest negotiations with one of the hardest clubs to do negotiations with, by the way, as well. Yeah. And that's that Brentford. Brentford and Brighton are difficult. Now you got that.
Arsenal got a player out of there real quick.
This is me.
Arsenal got my man out of there real quick.
Yeah, that was because he's a goalie. Yeah, that was. Let me ask you
a question. Yeah, this is a valid question. Yeah, and I know, Kaz, you said the deal's done. Yeah, but if Brentford don't accept this deal, are you willing to go 70 million?
No. This is the point where I say Bonham. I'll be real. That's when I'm going to say, you know what?
I'm against that.
I'm saying bun it now. No, for me,
Saeed is held to ransom. Saeed is
I don't care now, bro.
I think, man. We're not getting believers and stuff.
I'm not asking, bro.
No, walk away.
I'm not walking away, bro.
That's a violation. I'd rather go spend, I'd rather go spend money on someone like Edison and go get a different type and put Ahmad in right and go get a wing back instead. Because I think that'll be. I think we've been bullied. No, we've been officially bullied. If that was the case, we've been bullied. No, we've been bullied. It's minor. They took our lunch money.
Man, I've said, listen, we need to go and do this. We need to go and get counseling sessions, bro. Let's go. I'm telling you to come with me. You refuse. You come back on the streets. You're an alcoholic. Is that my fault, bro?
Yeah, but it's
go and pay the money early, bro.
We paid them the money though. Like, I don't see how it doesn't get done.
No. What I'm trying to say to you is, you don't understand the point. No, my point is, Manchester United have allowed a lot of this time to bypass. They're not in a position of control. So right now, you go and do as you told.
All of this is because we still got the Glazers at the club. And as much as I always shout at Ineos, it's not really their fault. Ineos have got 25, 27% of something. They must be looking at it like, bro, why is man shouting at me, brother? How about the brother that's got the 75%? How about you look at him and start shouting? So as much as I shout at Ineos, is that the reality is that we shout at Ineos because they're the latest people to step in there. But the reality is this: we are still run by the Glazers. And the way Man United is run is a problem. We're dealing with broke billionaires that are not prepared to make things happen. Everybody laughed at Chelsea.
Protecting broke billionaires.
And that's long. It's who is. The game that we're in now, trying to own one of the biggest brands in world football, you can't afford to move like this. Start firing people, being pessimistic. Let's save money here. Let's say, let's go in for flipping. Let's go and get players on a loan. Let's go and get this one that's got 1 year left and Watkins. Let's look at Paulinho at flipping. What are we doing? Are we mad?
Let me get
and we're just accepting it.
We got nearly 3K in the building, 2.9K. We haven't got 1,000 likes, man. You lot, I swear down, man. We're talking about broke here. You lot are broke with the likes, man. You know what I'm saying? I know there's a lot of people here that maybe not United fans, but bro.
Man, you know what? Some people think like when they do a like, money comes out their account. Some people think once you press like.
If I press a like, money's coming out of my account. It's free, man. It's
free, bro. No money coming out.
Use the remote, man. If you're on the TV, use that damn remote, man. Stop being lazy. But yeah, let's get these likes up because apparently some news on Garnacho as well. Assalamu alaikum, brother. Salam goes, and Mbeumo is in the house, says Arif. Kaz wants to protect the buzz from the rival fans. The Craftsman Don says, I think we underestimate the debt by the club. Ineos are trying to not worse a bad situation. Broke billionaire is not the issue. If Ineos has only 20%, why will I settle all the debt? Because you said you're coming in to save the club. You said I want to put the Manchester back in my United. You wanted to be the shield for the Glazers, bro. So I'm not giving you the sympathy. You came in with the idea of, maybe one day I will become maybe future owner. Or you came in with the idea that, you know what, I want to help my United. So I'm sorry, you're part of it. It is what it is. I can't separate
come in.
the Glazers right now. I
You
can't.
can't. Even the Glazers like have a stipulation say we'll come in and invest, but clear the debt. We want to invest in a debt-free United. Like have some level of flipping it.
It might not be their debt yet. I'm not going to say that all the problems that Glazers have done is down to Ineos. I'm not saying that the wages that have been given. I'm not saying that. But I'm sorry, when you start saying they're nice people and you start, you know what I mean, doing the most for them, then I'm sorry, like you're part of them, bro. It is what it is. You know what I mean? It's like one of the man them going to the ops, but then you later on you're saying, yo, you know what, man, I'm not gonna do anything to you, you know. But you were chilling with them. You're either with us or you're against us. You know what I mean, bro? It's like that. That's all it is.
Broke billionaire. You know what it is? This broke billionaires, I told you. A man buys a Ferrari. He tells his brethren, I'm going to come pick you up. We're rolling. And now you're telling man about petrol money. Brother, what are we doing here? Now you're asking me. You cop the Ferrari, brother. What are you asking me for the petrol for? And that's the situation. Now chip in. He starts going around. Yeah, chip in. Who's got 5? Who's got a 10? But I can't afford the Ferrari. Brother, Ineos are done at it.
I can't lie, man. I can't lie. Bilal says, Kaz has only spoken facts. I reserve my judgment at the end of the window. If they don't deliver, they should be held accountable. Let's see. It feels like forever, though. Let's see. Let's see is a very dangerous kind of position you're going to be in. Because later, I'm already have acceptance. I'm already have the anger, whereas you're going to be angry later on. And I'm going to say to you, look, bro, I told you before. You didn't want to listen. I could have saved you that time and that hassle, but each to their own, innit, man? Mbeumo and Beleba, Viva, Cameroon, big up to you, my guy, De Niro. We need, big up to Craig, and we need to eventually walk away. We are getting close to Rodrigo Pice if we keep going. Smash the likes, people. And big up Jay says, I don't get the dislike for Watkins. He's only behind Haaland and Salah for goals in the Premier League over the last year. The only thing that I've got wrong with Watkins here is I don't really like the style of play of Watkins. I don't really like the fact that he can't hold up the ball. I think it's a one way of playing, running in between the lines. I've seen him get pocketed a lot of time. And also, the volume of chances he misses, bro, is very, very, I can't lie, alarming, bro. He does score a lot, but there's moments where
he does like a Rashford, though. He scores a lot in bursts and then he goes missing.
Yeah, he goes missing. Yeah.
And the difference is he knows how to set up a goal, though, as well.
Yeah.
So I don't care. If it's 45, 50 million, boy.
But he has a burst, though. You see, when you get in, you know what it is?
50 million?
Nah, he's dead food, man.
I see Maguire absolutely do him in, bro. Man said hold up the ball, you know.
Nah, he's dead food.
Too many excuses for these frauds. Ineos and Sir Jim show us the money. You know what I mean? Where's this, bro? Kaz.
Ty.
No way.
Yeah, don't say it, though.
Oh, shit. Oh, he's going to come out later on?
Probably.
Fuck, you know, that's bad, man. Musa, check the group, check the private chat, but don't say it out loud.
Yeah, I saw that in the group. Yeah. I didn't think it was serious.
That's bad, bro.
Ty sent that in.
But yeah, man, there's some. If it was so how long then? Cause
don't know yet. It's not
crazy. How's he done that already, man?
I don't know, bro. I'll try to find some more.
Let me carry on. Let me just call him. Let me call him. You man, carry on. You man.
Yeah, but we're saying agent Saeed. But yeah, the reality is for me, Cass, when I look at United and where we're going,
it's verified information.
I'm just like I've been saying this to the man. I've been breaking down the Prem in points in terms of how many points we need to like. If you look at the last 4 or 5 seasons, how many points it takes for you to be in the top 6, how many points it takes for you to be in the top 4, and then seeing how many points off we were off it. Right now, United have to somehow scrape 20 extra points just to be around the top 8, top 7.
Yeah, calm. That Mbeumo and Cunha does that for me instantaneously because they score goals.
You think straight away they bring you 20 extra points?
Straight away. With everything that Højlund and all the rest of them miss. Yeah. With everything that they miss.
With that same midfield.
See, I look at it tactically, yeah? Right? Bar Xerxes, and then these lot are a little bit different. But when we've seen Mason Mount, Garnacho in those 2-10 positions, how many times do they like? How many turnovers do we get? Whether it's holding up front as well, the turnovers, we're always defending, and when we do go up front, we don't score. I keep telling us it's the scoring issue. Yes, we've seen where Bruno and Agarty's been in the middle. We don't get cut open in the middle. They just bomb us. They keep attacking us down our flanks, and we get done. Cut back, bang. Cut back, bang. If not, across through a flipping corner. We rarely get cut through the middle. You know, when you deep it. Have you ever thought of it like that? But if we can hold up the ball with Cunha and Mbeumo, who are good at holding up the ball, who can turn, press resistant to a high degree, and can run with it, makes a whole difference just going up the field, yeah. But if you add Watkins, if you add Watkins to that, I'm not saying it's the greatest thing in the world, but guess what? That should be enough to go and get you bang. See these, you know what it is? We always do well against top sides typically, yeah, because we might have a chance because of a counter attack or something. How about all these other teams that we don't score goals against? Southampton, great. But what about the Evertons who we do beat? Or what about the, I don't know, Brentfords? How about scoring against those sides and whipping their asses all the time? How about we get 2-0 lead for once? Do you get it? So that's what I look at. There's a lot more. There's a lot more to get to. Look, top 8, top 10. That's why we even discussing that. That's nasty work. It's for me. You're gonna have to go get your striker. It's like it will always come down. Can you get the midfielder and the correct one? By the way, the correct one is so key because if we go and get, I don't know, some midget that's not press resistant, yeah, and he's not that strong, we're done. We're done now. How about this? I'll take the guy that Musa was recommending to us from Belgium like a year or 2 ago. Like who's he? He might do. I don't know. I don't know what his name is. Kamara. I don't know, man. I don't know. That dude looks cracked.
Yeah, he's gone. Lamine Kamara, I think. Lamine's not moving. He's got Pogba.
One second, man. Them. They got Tobes in the chat. I see you in the chat. Yeah, laughing in it. Like I hear you. Yeah, but listen, you're gonna overpay for man like Gibbs White, man. Don't worry, man. Like
but no, you ain't seen the late. He's about to sign a new contract.
Yeah, I mean, he might sign a new contract. To be fair, I don't think Tobes asked, but I'm hoping that he actually goes to Tottenham, man, and they pay 70 million plus. You know what I mean? Because I don't think Tobes is asked if they don't get him, because I know he's going to get another player. But listen, I'm with you, Tobes, man. I agree. We've overpaid for what we originally wanted, like, you know. So it's shame on us, bro, and that's what happens with time, bro. That should have been done when we were in South Africa. I should have got to Here We Go while I was in the African jungle, bro.
It's unheard of, Saeed, still.
You know, I should have landed that Mbeumo news with the lions and that in the background and that. You know what I mean? And the elephants.
No, but this is unheard of, though, Saeed. How do you start a bid at 45 and then pay extra 20 million to get a player?
Now, because you know what it is? United thought they could get a price at that whatever price.
No, but what made them think that? This is why I'm on to Ineos.
Yeah.
How do you start something at 45 and end up paying 65? That's an extra 20 million pounds. How? At least start at even 50 is bad, but at least start at the 55, then go up to a 60, and then if you're pushed, then you do the 65. But you started at 45 million pounds.
People say yeah, that's how negotiations start, yeah. But when
not that low.
I know, but I hear you. But the thing is, yeah, Brentford were always adamant they wanted Cunha money.
Yeah,
they've got similar to what Cunha's got. So we got Cunha for 62.5. They've got an extra million out of that. An extra million out. They probably think, you know what? Thank you very much. And we've got the add-ons as well. So we've got up to 70 million package right now. When really and truly, it should have been a 65 million package at max. So they've got an extra 5 million out of us, which is fair play to them.
I think
because of time. That's it.
But based on what you said as well.
Yeah, I'm not the one that's paying it. United, full to them, bro. I don't give a shit, bro.
Yeah, but based on what you're saying as well, I think Brentford are going to realize they can get 70 million off United for Mbeumo. I do believe that. I think they might reject this.
Anyway, if the player wasn't good, yeah, right here, I'd be saying, you know what, man? No to Mbeumo. I know Mbeumo's good. So that's why regardless of who's managers here, I know that Mbeumo will be a success at Man United. I know.
You know what's mad though, Saeed, is that
I'm confident, bro. But if it was an Anthony or Hoyland, these man, I'll be saying to you, bro, get out of here, man. But to be honest with you, I think we're getting value money. We're probably paying 5 million a bit extra. Who cares? Move on. Let's just get the player in.
So if they go up to 70 million, if they reject this and they say they want 70 million,
Pay
we're
70
still
million.
paying them.
And we're gonna still pay anyway. So I have to, for me, it's a case of get the player in because I think the necessity of the player outweighs the money right now. Do you get it, bro? The money that we're gonna pay, honestly, bro, the money that this manager, the player quality this manager needs outweighs the significance of
That's like 140 million. That's going to be about 140 million spent. Yeah, I think that's our window done. We're done, you know. Our window's closed.
There you go. I said to you, bro, I'm thinking that this could be our window unless we sell players. Let me just get the super chats in for you. Big up Adiwale. Too many excuses for these frauds in us. I said, Jim, show us the money. Big up to you, man. Adiwale says Mateta suits our system better than Watkins. I can't lie. He does, but the problem is though, Mateta, I don't know why nobody's really going in for him, bro. It's a weird one, man, Mateta, man. What is happening with Mateta, bro? Like, why is nobody in for him? I don't get it, bro. He's a quality player as well, and he's only got 1 year left on his contract, guys. So I'm surprised why nobody's really going in for him.
I don't know. I think you want someone that's more willing to run in behind and cause a situation. But then it's like, if you didn't want that, I said, if you didn't want that, you can't get an Osman cool. He wants some brazy wages and all that stuff. You can't get Gyökeres because he wants someone that's more competitive at this sign. Aston Villa, what?
Yeah, Aston Villa.
Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Anyways.
I'm blocked by that guy, by the way. I'm blocked by Hurst.
Yeah, it's their kind of thing. But what's it called? My last thing is like, why did we not go and get Jonathan David on a free then? Like, why are we disregarding what he's done in the?
I don't really rate Jonathan David. I can't lie.
But I find him so similar to Watkins. It's unreal. Not exactly a striker like that, but he's formed into one. He scored 50 odd goals in Ligue 1. Well, for what's it called? This side, for the last 2 seasons. Why are you? It's for free. Do you know what I mean? He's strong. He ain't got the best finish in the world, but he's good at setting up. Like Watkins, it's the same thing. But obviously, Watkins, you get an English side, he's more Prem proven. I hear that. I think Watkins definitely got more to his game, but I think within the next couple of years, you know, David, I think he's going to develop into quite a nice player, bro. Considering what strikes on, and he's free. And that means you could go and get, because I like Xerxes. I like that. I don't mind the combination you can mix with Mbeumo and Cunha. But then it's like, cool, then you can go and get yourself a bad boy centre mid and use all that 45, 50 million, plus what extra wage you're going to give anyways. Let's say 25 million, 30 million for what we're going to give. That's like 80 million. I'm not being funny. Maybe Musa was onto something. Maybe we could have got Baleba in the end. Maybe.
The thing is, though,
he got offered to us, and we said no. I think Jonathan David is highly underrated, man. And I'm not saying he's the best, but neither is Watkins.
I get what you
mean. He's a standard striker that will do a job, though.
But that's what we got left, though, Musa. See, I like lampposts as my strikers. Mateta's a lamppost. Osman's a lamppost.
He's techie, though, man. Mateta's techie, though, man.
Yeah, he's got. I like Mateta a lot. And you know what? Last thing you need to be locked in negotiation with is right now is Palace. That's another one that's tough to negotiate with. What's the point?
Yeah. Let me read this super chat. Dandizo says, if they don't accept 70, then abandon him and go all in for Osimhen. Do you realize what's going on with Osimhen right now? You can't get Osimhen for 70, bro. I'm telling you. Adiwale says, Cunha and Mbeumo, Mateta, Baleba, Estepinian, a good keeper, not Martinez, a wee ball. Brother, I don't know about wee ball, man. I'm just tired of this 3-4-3, man. I think if we'd have got a 4-3-3, man, this summer would have been more easier to manage, bro. But now we've got to get so many positions in through the door, bro. It's long, man. It's absolutely long, but like I said, this is why they needed to back Ruben Amorim. They needed to. And they still need to. They got 4 weeks here to go and get the football club what they need to compete for a top 6 finish next season. That is a goalkeeper, a couple of midfielders, a striker, and a left wing back. Go and get me then. Top 6 may be possible. But if that, it's looking like a top 10 finish.
Right, you know why I think the window's closed? Because Amrin's argument is this. Yeah. Man United only conceded 2 more goals, like I was saying the other day, than Villa or, I don't know, even that. Even like maybe a Chelsea or like teams that finished in and around top 4, top 5. We didn't really concede that many more goals than them. All he knows is that we didn't score goals. So like Cass is saying, if he believes that our defense is on average is just as bad as any other team that was in and around the top 4, the main difference was the strike power. He gets these 2 10s that can score goals, And Amrin's going to truly believe that he can go and get into the top 4, top 5. Based on, so I can see the window easily being closed, especially in the middle of the park.
The sales will determine what happens in the next week or two.
We'll see what happens with Sancho soon as well, man. Apparently, by the way, we'll know if he's a dead tier now or good. Damaso and Alfredo Padula, both of them said 24 hours, We'll see what happens about signing now in 24 hours. Because Juventus going to go for their preseason as well. So, do you know what I mean? So, we'll see what happens in there. We'll see what happens there. The whole Rashford thing, I don't know. But I don't think we're going to get no money for that. I'll be real. It smells like another loan.
I think United are spending their money and their wages that they're saving from the players that are going now. I don't think that's going to be extra money.
But that's how you should do it. That if you're so confident, don't wait for them to be sold to. Therefore,
I don't think they weren't confident though, Cass. This is why they waited 6 weeks. I don't think they were really.
I agree. I so agree with you, bro.
That's why I think they've been pushed. Yeah, I think they've been pushed, and now they're thinking, you know what? When Garnacho goes and Sancho goes, we'll end up getting that money back from Mbeumo. Let's just get the job done. I think they've been pushed to do it, but they would have preferred cash in hand.
Facts. Facts. I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that part. I agree that it makes the most sense. There's no other logical explanation, realistically. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. If the bid is accepted, Robert says, if this bid is accepted and it's over 3 years, we will have spent 45 million maximum on Cunha and Mbeumo and Leon. Brother,
we'll see what happens, man.
Financial experts, man. Please,
we got no choice. But this is our club. We have to.
I just don't like that.
Why are you policing that? What? Just because you don't like? Yes, you are though.
Level of like
you're policing it.
Financial experts.
You know what it is? If our club was in such rubbish, we wouldn't need to think about stuff like this. But you know how good it is to be actually educated on stuff like this as well over the last few 4 years. We have to be accountants. What's wrong with being an accountant for your own club? When it comes down to finance.
Okay. Come on, same logic that you lot or whoever thinks here that all this money that Man United are getting from all these sales from Alvaro Fernandez is going straight directly into the bank.
No, it's not because we got a lot of transfers. We got a lot of transfers debt to pay off.
Will say that. Oh, the money's going in.
We're not qualified, but then you might as well shut down Noureddin's whole channel.
What do you mean?
Because that's all he does is speak about finances and Ineos.
No,
so
but
you might as well tell him when you go on his channel next year, tell him shut your channel down. He comes from Yeah, but the thing is, he does finances, and Noureddin goes with the facts of stuff, and it's educational at times as well.
What we're saying is,
but
I'm telling you about things that you don't clearly know about will straight go into the money. That's where no one knows. Fans need to stop doing this nonsense, bro. Because it's again, I'm not policing it.
Why do we need to stop?
You can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want in your spare time. But I'm just saying, like, can we just chill out? By the way, it's not a dig at Robert. By the way, it's not a dig at you. It's a theme amongst fans in general, not Man United fans as well. By the way, football fans in general, we become too much financial experts.
Are we football experts?
Hey,
big up Mina's comment. Big up Mina, man. That's a big comment. Go on, let's scroll up. That's a big comment by Mina.
If you can't talk about finance and you can't talk about football because you ain't qualified law. No, but I give my opinion.
We're not qualified. Yeah, so I'm going to give my opinion about finances too.
I
am not, bro. I'm part of the most security. We ain't qualified.
I'm not qualified. I'm not qualified. You know what it is? You know what it is? You know what it is? I came here for the ride, and man passed me the car keys and told me to drive. I'm not here to drive, big man. I just came here for the ride. I'm not involved in all of that. I'm not here.
Bro, I haven't never ever said I'm qualified in anything that I do and whatnot. Like, bro, the only qualification I have is the ones that I've actually done, bro. This right here is my opinion, bro.
It's an opinion.
I don't. And this, by the way, is a free platform. As long as you have internet, I'm not paying. This is not no ACN course, you know.
Technically, we pay for
I'm not paying. Back in the day, they were telling me to pay £350 for a course. I said, what for? It's in your life to change. You know what I mean? That's asking for financial. I'm like,
But the thing is, when you talk about finances, Go on. Yeah, if we talk about
I'm gonna-
finance and stuff, we can kind of suss out what's bullshit and what's not. Like I know this.
I hear you.
That's the only way, because that's the position we're in. We have to turn into these fake accountants, so we kind of know, like, okay,
I
we
hear
got
you.
that much
I hear you, bro.
for my man, but we know we have to pay it off. We know we have to pay them fees off for, I don't know, whoever it is that we're paying for, and all them transfer debts, and how much can really get allocated. Bro, has anyone ever played Football Manager? We're unqualified, right? We know when they get
No, but some don't feel cash.
not all of it goes into our transfer budget.
No, it don't cash. I don't have to be I don't have to be a mathematician just if I jump out of a Lamborghini and then you send me into the pound shop, something doesn't feel right. I don't have to know maths to just say something's not adding up. Why am I jumping out the Lambo and I'm just walking past Waitrose, walking past M&S, and I'm going straight into the pound shop? Why are you sending me in there?
Yeah, that's why when you look at Bill Gates. When you look at Bill Gates, a man's wearing the most plain T-shirt ever. It might be good quality, but it ain't exactly, I don't know. That's why he's a billionaire, bro. So if man's gonna go in a Lamborghini, and by the way, I'd ban them now. It's too many accidents.
By the way,
I'm going to Poundland. I'm going into Poundland. Big up Poundland. Because when I need a drink,
Poundland, but I'm just saying,
60p drink and it's cold and it's on sale by 30%.
No, but we're not jumping out. Listen, I'll go into Poundland, but I'm not jumping out the Lambo. That's the thing. That's anyone jumping out the Lambo is gonna start looking over his back to see if anyone's watching it. You know what I'm trying to say?
I'm not qualified anyway. I got the Mbappe deal all wrong on FIFA career mode. So
what did you do? What did you do?
I ain't qualified. You know what I'm saying? I'm not letting you know. But what I am going to do is I'm going to assess the time, where we're at right now. I know the time, bro. I've got a calendar. I know that the season's 4 weeks away, and I can't be messing around. I know we finished 15th. I know we've got underperforming manager. I can tell you the context of where this football club's at. You know what I mean? But I'm not.
You know how we know we're delusional, Cass?
Go on.
They put a suit on and they think they know everything. That's all my
brother. That's my thumbnail these days. What you doing?
I'm just like, you know, man. Omar Barado has absolutely cheated his way in life, bro. I'm telling you now. I'm like a hater, but he has waffled his way through his career, mate. He's just a good speaker. How many good speakers have you seen? Yeah.
Oh, come on, that's unfair, man.
No, bro. I'm being serious, man.
But you're jumping it, man. How can you
through interviews, brother? I'm telling you now,
man. Listen, we've been bamboozled, Cass. 1 minute though, real quick, like.
In interviews, you come to your job, you're not good at your job, bro.
We can't.
This is why I'm saying we've been. This is why I say we've been bamboozled, because does anyone here believe in Amarin? Like since last season?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Oh, you believe in Amarin? Okay, cool. Because for me, as someone, who believes that Amarin has been bamboozled and he doesn't, from the, you know, inside, and I told you, from the fact he tried to quit and Omar Barada threw him back into the deep end and said, "Get out of my office about your quitting. You ain't leaving this club." Yeah, I'm still here thinking it's so bad. I've had to forget about the season that Amarin had and some of the crazy decisions that he was making, just so that I can actually think that we're going to have a chance moving into next season. But if this guy comes out and does the exact same thing, we are cooked, man. Then we are done.
We're cooked anyways, so we're just going to continue to be cooked, right? Musa, it don't matter who we sign, right? No, it don't matter, Musa, because we're getting only 2 attackers. We're only getting, you know, a set amount and all that. Is he there? He's not even there, is he? Never mind.
Yeah.
There's no point. You know what?
Let me read this super chat before we wrap up, because I know Kaz is going live right now.
I'm going to provide all the gas mode.
Yeah. Jason Hallison said, we changed to 4-3-3. Everything will be okay. We'll win the league. See, Jason, man, you're trying to take my tweet into, you know what I mean, out of context, man. I said, if we go back to a 4-3-3, Man United won't have to spend as much for the exact reason that we're spending for the 3-4-3. I think it's too much to do one summer for this 3-4-3 formation.
You're right,
I don't think it's worth it. You get me? That's what I meant. If you get a 4-3-3, Kobe Maino's back in the team. We put Bruno in the 10 role. A lot of square pegs and round holes won't be occurring. Because 3-4-3 is so complex, you need more bodies in there. Do you get it?
Yeah, you're right. You know what? You're quite right. But guess what, man? Guess what? Formations don't matter. Are you good at football or you're not? That's the one.
But is he playing the players that need to be good at football?
Trust me, you can play a lot of different systems, and you need certain roles, certain kind of, I don't know, let's just call it profiles, because that's the buzzword these days. Don't maybe play 4-3-3, 3-4-3. Bro, do you have the players Like, are your players actually good at football? Like, do they have what it
No,
takes
but
to play in
I differ.
2025? No, because you need balance. No
I
matter
differ
what
on that.
system you do, it always means you're always going to need
No,
balance.
but
Like, balance
certain
is key.
systems,
It
yeah,
don't
certain
matter.
systems, yeah. But you know what? Certain systems, yeah, draw out certain like
Qualities
they
of other
draw
players.
out
I hear it.
yeah certain qualities, and
Yeah,
they draw out
certain
also
qualities, I know that.
certain circumstance or certain positions that a team will find itself in. Because you play three at the back and you play the four in the middle, and then you got those that push up. There's a likelihood that the team's going to find itself in a certain position more likely than not if it played another system. But you have to be able to deal with that as good footballers. But when you look at the players that we have, and we don't have those footballers to deal with that, it's an issue. But the only issue I have with this, with the whole thing, is this: Amrin needed to be backed like no other manager has been backed at Man United before. One, because he was a young and up and coming manager who proved himself and had done well at his
Like the
previous
600
club.
million on the tenner, that one.
Yeah, and two, because it proved his first season in, when he had a window, he got rid of a load of players and brought in a load of players to fit his system. So to have a manager that plays a particular type of football in a particular type of way and not back him is suicide.
Yeah, but 4-3-3 don't even matter because our three midfielders, it's still not balanced, no matter how you want to put it.
Yeah,
regardless, if you got two,
that's why he needs backing, though. He needs backing.
Yeah, I know. No, you know, it's not even as him. Man United just need to buy at this moment of time, which I do believe for Manchester United. Yeah. Not just for Amorim. He needs to work with what we buy, and he can fit that into what he's trying to do. So he needs to adapt to that, which he knows that as well. And I'm pretty sure because that means even if he does fail and I'm in the mud because I believe in Amorim and he's just the players, whatever, it means the next manager can come in and we don't have a problem. We are like a good 3-4 years behind most teams, including your Brightons and Villas and everything, because we've been so incompetent in scouting out the correct profiles and spending the amount of money which is putting us into this crap that we are today. 4-3-3-3-4-3.
You know what's mad,
are you scoring me goals? Yes or no? Because technically, you're taking away another defender so you can go score more goals, no? That's what you're technically meant to do.
But what's mad is that last season, after the summer transfer window that we had, a lot of the Man United fan base believed that we were in a better situation than Chelsea. Even with all the players they had brought in, there was a lot of Man United fans who did not believe that they would be finishing below Chelsea in any league, anything like that at all. So the fact that we can look at the players we brought in last summer, look at the position Chelsea was in and the business they did, and still as a fan base be confident that we're going to have a better outcome, a better season, and a better team than them. This is why I say we're not qualified. Because how did we do that? In what world were we in that we as a fan base looked at the signings Ineos brought in the summer, looked that we still had Eric Ten Hag and said, yeah, United would definitely finish above Chelsea. What was he doing? I'm with you,
bro. That's why I'm saying we're not qualified, man. We're not qualified.
Unqualified. And now, within less than 7 to 8 months from then, Chelsea now have one of the best young teams in European football. They've just had 2 trophies back to back.
Especially the league as well.
Come on.
But anyway, people, we're gonna wrap up here, man. I might be back later on tonight if there's any more news. If not, man, you know what I'm saying, we'll be back tomorrow. But let's see, man. Let's see. We might get here we go. Yeah, I mean, what do you reckon, guys? Tonight, here we go. Because you know, what's the likelihood of that?
Inshallah.
We have to get here we go by next week, bro. That's the minimum. Next week.
Next week? No, by tomorrow. Max?
Nah, bro. I don't know what you deal with time, man.
You just put up 65 million guarantees and 5 million add-ons. Sure, they want to structure the add-ons the way they might need it to do.
When we go to America?
Bro, straight up Sunday. We fly on Sunday, Monday.
And Mbeumo, has Mbeumo already agreed? Are they already agreed terms of Mbeumo?
Yeah, that was done ages ago.
Yeah. Personal terms agreed.
So then Cass is right then. Why shouldn't we get a here we go?
We should be waiting until next week. You just put the bid up, bro. You want to get a move on with their own transfer window as well, right? They want to get Murray Hutchinson.
I'll be surprised if it's this weekend. Yeah, I'm saying.
Do you think we get anything back from Brentford today? Like we're still waiting to hear back from Brentford.
To be fair, with this window, can we all agree, bro? We've seen seen teams just slapping stuff, and then before you know, here we go,
man. I can't reveal no news, man. It's confidential, guys. Unfortunately, and when it comes out, you'll know. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, man, I have to respect my sources, people, man. You know the ones that I can't. You know what I mean? This ain't no joke anymore, man. I have to protect the sources. You know what I mean, and whatnot. So you'll know when it comes out. You know them ones there. And that's just the reality, people, man. But Musa, man, love, bro. You get me? Big up,
Always, man, them. Always.
Big up, man. Obviously, Kaz, we're going to be redirected to Kaz now. Let me just double check if that's still set. It should be set. I put it up there before. But yeah, you're just going to carry on the conversation, aren't you, Kaz, innit?
Not this negative bullshit that Musa wants to bring. All of that, you know what I mean?
Come down to the channel now. He's asking for the link now, man.
You ain't even get, how about this? You're banned from my channel, bro, until further notice. You, Estrella, all of you lot, you're banned. I'm joking.
Listen, when it's time for me, when I want to send you the you're not qualified hats, they'll be out. Start of this week.
You know what? I'll rock it. I'll still rock it still.
Yeah,
It's support.
But yeah, guys, man, make sure you head over to Kaz's channel. And guys, just leave a like on the video, man. You know what I mean? If you appreciate the debate, it's like I said, man, other channels you see, they don't really have these sort of debates, man. It's very, very echo chamber over there, man. So we give you, at least debates here. We give you, you know what I mean, different opinions. You know what I mean? Some might not like it, some might do. It's all part of the fun.
The master plan.
That's it, man. It's all part of the master plan. You know what I mean, people? But like I said, I'll leave you on the Bryan Mbeumo exclusive interview that we brought you yesterday, people.
Bonjour, football world. Bonjour, Saeed TV. Bonjour, Manchester United. Bryan Mbeumo here to tell the world I want to join Manchester United. I want to be a Red Devil. I want to score goals. I want to create. I want to get bums of seats. But Manchester United, you must pay. Otherwise, I have to stay. Brentford, you have me locked up. You want the money. I understand. 20 goals last season. Who wouldn't want to buy me? I'm an exciting player with my best years ahead of me, but I want to join the biggest club in world football. But at the moment, I'm suffering. I'm bored. You are bored. You are suffering. And we see Liverpool, Manchester City, Chelsea buying who they like. Well, I want to play for the Red. I want to play for Manchester United. Please get the contract ready. I've had enough.